In the vast, silent world beneath the waves, some creatures seem like they belong to another realm. The stingray, a phantom of the seafloor, is one such marvel. But beneath its serene flight lies a world of profound mystery. They are relatives of the ocean's apex predator, the shark, yet they carve their own enigmatic existence. This is the first part of our journey to uncover their secrets. Their first mystery is a power that borders on the supernatural. Stingrays possess a sixth sense. Special organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini allow them to detect the faint electrical fields of living creatures hidden from sight. When a ray glides over the sandy bottom, it's not just looking for a meal, it's sensing the very bioelectric pulse of life buried beneath. They don't see their prey, they feel its life force. With a sudden, decisive plunge, the stingray can unearth a hidden crab or mollusk, a hunter guided by an invisible map of energy. For centuries, we believed them to be silent. But recent discoveries have shattered that illusion. Scientists have recorded stingrays producing strange, loud clicks, a surprising revelation for an animal without vocal cords. These sharp, distinct sounds have been captured by underwater recording devices, leaving researchers with a compelling puzzle. But how do they generate these noises? And more importantly, why? Is it a warning to a would-be predator? A form of communication between rays? Or perhaps a sonic trick to startle prey from its hiding place? The reason remains one of the ocean's great unsolved puzzles. Their influence on the environment is staggering and often unseen by the casual observer. The pockmarked craters that dot many seafloors are not the result of some underwater cataclysm. They are the work of stingrays. In their tireless search for mollusks and worms, they vigorously flap their large pectoral fins, excavating pits and moving enormous quantities of sediment. A single population of rays can move thousands of tons of sand each year, reshaping the very geography of the ocean floor. In doing so, they oxygenate the sediment and uncover food for smaller fish, acting as the unsung engineers of their ecosystem. Of course, there is the feature for which they are most famous and most feared, the venomous barb. A formidable defensive weapon, it has earned the stingray a reputation for danger that is largely undeserved. The truth is, the stingray is not an aggressor. Attacks on humans are incredibly rare and are almost always a last resort defensive reaction when the animal is accidentally stepped on or cornered. By shuffling our feet in the sand when we wade into their territory, the stingray shuffle, we give them ample warning of our approach. Understanding their nature is the key to coexisting with these ancient, gentle beings. From a sixth sense that feels the pulse of life to mysterious sounds that echo in the dark and their power to reshape the world, the stingray is far more than just a flat fish gliding in the shallows. They are a complex tapestry of secrets, and we have only just begun to pull at the threads. As they migrate in great fevers through the open ocean, one can't help but wonder, what other mysteries do they hold in the deep? The search for answers continues. In our last exploration, we uncovered the stingray's sixth sense and its power to reshape the ocean floor. But the deeper we look, the more profound the mysteries become. Their secrets extend beyond the individual into the realms of society, birth, and survival. Now, we venture further. This is the second part of our journey into the enigma of the stingray. One of their most breathtaking mysteries is the Great Gathering. Why do these typically solitary creatures congregate in vast fevers, moving as one? For years, we could only guess. Tracking technology now reveals epic journeys, sometimes spanning thousands of kilometers. These vast processions glide through the open ocean, a unified force of nature on an unknown mission. Are they following ancient food sources? Or is this a pilgrimage for the most important purpose of all, the continuation of their species? The answer may lie in another of their closely guarded secrets. Unlike many fish who lay eggs, the stingray holds its young within. This is the mystery of their birth. An intimate look reveals the subtle movements of new life beneath the mother's skin, a hidden nursery protected from the dangers of the open sea. In a rare and gentle moment, the mother gives birth to live, fully formed pups. They unfurl their wings and swim away almost instantly, perfect miniature replicas of their parents, equipped for survival from their very first breath. There is no parental care. From the moment of birth, they are on their own, carrying the ancient instincts of their kind. Survival in the ocean often depends on not being seen. And here the stingray is an unrivaled master. Its camouflage is more than just color. It's an act of disappearance. As it settles onto the sandy seafloor, it can rapidly change its skin pattern to perfectly match the gravel and sand below. Within seconds, it buries itself completely until only its watchful eyes are visible. It's the perfect ambush, a ghost in the sand, waiting for the precise moment to strike. When an unsuspecting crab scuttles past, the stingray erupts from its hiding place in a flash of sand and motion to capture its prey. This remarkable ability makes them one of the most efficient predators of the seafloor. But their lives are not entirely solitary. In the complex web of ocean life, we've observed strange and fascinating relationships. These large stingrays, often seen alone, will sometimes hold perfectly still to allow small, cleaner rasa fish to dart all over their bodies. These little fish are granted safe passage, meticulously cleaning the stingray's skin of parasites and dead tissue. It is a silent, symbiotic agreement. The ray gets a health check and the cleaner fish get a meal. This is a small moment of peace and cooperation in a world so often defined by predation, revealing a social dimension to their otherwise isolated existence. Mass migrations, secret births, perfect camouflage, and unlikely alliances. The stingray has shown us that it is a creature of immense complexity and subtle grace. Each secret we uncover only opens the door to more questions. What other roles do they play in the ocean's grand design? And what more is left to discover in the shadows of the deep? We've journeyed into the stingray's world. We've uncovered their hidden senses, witnessed their impact on the ocean floor, and explored our own complex relationship with them. But the greatest mysteries remain, tied to their ancient past and their uncertain future. These are not just animals. They are survivors of a bygone age. Stingrays navigated the world's oceans long before the dinosaurs and endured the cataclysm that they did not. They are living fossils, carrying in their DNA the story of unimaginable deep time. Their shape, a masterpiece of evolution, has remained almost unchanged for millions of years. A design so perfect it has weathered epochs, and within their family are titans that defy belief. Deep in the world's forgotten rivers lives a creature of myth, the giant freshwater stingray. A monster growing to impossible sizes, it is one of the largest freshwater fish on Earth. Yet we know almost nothing about its life. In the open ocean, its cousin, the giant manta ray, soars on currents, a gentle plankton feeder the size of a small aircraft. Their intelligence is palpable, their destination's a secret. Where do they give birth? How long do they live? These giants guard their mysteries well. But for all their resilience, their long story now faces its most profound threat: us. Habitat destruction, overfishing, and a changing climate are pushing many species to the brink. We risk losing them before we ever truly know them. Around the world, a race is on. A race to understand their lives, to protect their homes, and to ensure their ancient lineage continues. From a creature feared in the shallows to a symbol of the ocean's enduring mystery. The final mystery of the stingray, then, is not what it is, but what it represents. A vast, unknown world that is silently asking for our protection.